tender out, first of all, an expression of interest in the public media, including the newspapers. And those who applied, 9 of them actually applied. Out of those 9, 6 were pre-qualified to go to the next stage. Now, when we sent the request for proposals, what was even amazing, some of those who made a lot of noise downloaded materials of other companies from the website and packaged them and brought to us. Without,
which amounts to plagiarism.
Which amounts to plagiarism. We did not want to say this, but that was actually what happened. Others could not just simply follow the simple procedures. Because even when you go on the track to run, if you are unable to follow simple procedures, you will be disqualified from the track.
It is true.
Yeah, so there is really nothing that we did that we want to say we can apologize to media houses for, because we did the right thing in the right circumstances.
Yes. We're running short of time, but allow me to digress a bit and get to the telecommunication sector.
Yes.
You are on record as having said that very soon you'll switch off the so-called counterfeit phones.
Yes.
What does this entail? And do you think it is a solution to the cheap imports to this country, or what do you want to attain by this?
Well, I think we have sort of come up with a comprehensive approach on how we should actually terminate all the mobile, the counterfeit phones on our mobile networks. This, of course, we know can have a cost implications to those people who have been bringing in phones without knowing that they are counterfeits, and also those who have bought them. But we still think that the approach we are taking, which means we want to close the inlets that bring these counterfeit phones. We want to ensure that whoever comes in, we sells phones in these countries must be type approved and must be licensed with us. And then we also want to ensure that we minimize as much as possible right now new entries into the networks with counterfeit phones. And lastly, we want now slowly to switch off the counterfeit phones that are running on our networks. And we hope by doing that, we shall completely seal the loopholes and at least make the Kenyan network safer for the Kenyan people.
Because I know for a fact that a number of Kenyans are now jittery, saying in these hard economic times, all they need is a communication gadget, the one that they can answer phone calls, and if they are switched off, they are going to be incommunicado.
In fact, one of the things that maybe I would just jive on, jive to you,
yes,
is that you go home, in your rural home, you will find that a consumer has bought a phone which he charges 2 times every day. Because the battery is bad.
Yes.
And then he travels several kilometers because there is no electricity to charge the phone. What will be the cost of that person running that phone in
very high? It's very high.
Leave alone the fact that maybe such a gadgets like the batteries in those particular phones might also be radiating toxic substances which might be harmful to their lives. And we also do not know what amount of radiations, whether they follow the standards that have been internationally accepted or not. So still, whichever way, we are exposing this consumer to a lot of insecurity issues.
Last but not least, Director, it's like there's a school of thought that believes that CCK should spearhead the British BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, kind of a system of broadcasting, where the 63% of BBC funds are government, and they're paid by the Exchequer, and that should translate to a national broadcaster like ABC. What do you say to this? Do you think it would make competitiveness in terms of the 4 or 5 big boys in the field?
Well, actually the model of providing public broadcasting services differ from country to country. It depends on the existing environment there, but for sure there is no public broadcaster who is 100% funded by government. 63% of
BBC is by the state, is by the Exchequer.
So 43,
that's a developed nation.
43, actually the direct money from the Exchequer is 3%. These other percentages, of course, through licensing and so on and so forth, which you don't do.
Yes.
But we are saying that for a public broadcaster like KBC, we believe that the models we want to come up with, allowing you to do commercial services, in order for you to support the public broadcasting services, and at least some value of funding from the exchequer,
Yes.
you should be able to meet your obligations as a
I wish
public
we could
broadcaster.
find time to continue, but because time is constrained, we just come to an end, and we are very indebted to you for having found time
Thank you.
to come and shed some more light on this topic matter of the future broadcasting in Kenya. And as you've said it rightly, whatever CCK is doing, viewer, is doing for the betterment of you and me, such that whatever we use in terms of communication and contents that we consume in this country are up to date and socially accepted. Till we meet again on the same program on behalf